right, picks and bans for game number 1. Blaze versus Frost in the last semifinal of Champions Spring. And TF ban, no surprise there. Even with a few nerfs, they're still going to ban him out.
Yeah, he's still very strong. They may just not want to play against him tonight. We'll see. I have a feeling we may see him slip through a little bit later in this set.
I mean, let's be honest here. Every single one of the players on both sides has like must-ban champions.
Yes.
You know, so it's going to be impossible to get everybody off the table for each team.
I'm a little surprised by the Eve ban. That may be targeted at Helios. They may be trying to force Helios into a position of discomfort because of his small champion pool. There's the Kazakhs. Can't let Ambition have that.
Yeah.
Jace being banned out, of course. That'll be banned by Red Team all of tonight.
You can't let Shy have Jace especially. I mean, he's kind of a perma ban right now, but Shy is probably, I would say, the best Jace player we've got in Korea right now.
He's very strong. Ambition could give him a run for his money in that department, though, so we're not going to see it go through, and we have to assume that even with the nerfs, Twisted Fate will be banned against Ambition. Ambition has a 100% win rate in the professional scene on Twisted Fate. He's like 12-0 right now. So.
Oh, Kennen gets through, and Shy possibly might pick him up. Kennen has been so strong this season as a way to peel from the carry, as a way to set up those awesome team fights. We have seen some amazing Kennen play.
Yeah, we have. And I imagine that the bans we're seeing from Blaze right now will be the Red Team bans for the rest of the night. There's not really an option.
Probably right.
And Shy will pick it up. This will leave Thresh open for Mad Life, though.
Yeah.
Well,
for
excuse me, for Lustboy, yeah. Because I think they're going to want to take that away from Mad Life.
Well, Mad Life is good on Thresh, but it's not like first pick good. I agree. I know, I saw that look, but I agree that I feel like Kennen is a little bit more of a high priority right now.
Especially to keep him away from Flame. I feel like Flame is a slightly better Kennen player. And now we know, too, that Ambition can play Kennen, although he did say he was just mind-gaming the Chinese team.
Oh, yeah, that's true,
with those picks. But it is, you never know where it's going to go, so it is a little bit more dangerous in Blaze's hands than it is Frost, unless Rapid Star also has a pocket Kennen that we do not know about.
Well, we'll see what Blaze decides to pick up for their next 2 champions. They've got plenty of options to choose from. Really curious to see if we're going to see a Lissandra come through. Everybody's been talking about how strong Lissandra is, but it's going to be Evelynn and Caitlyn.
I'm actually really surprised to see the Caitlyn pick. After the nerfs, here's the reason why. The attack speed reduction on Caitlyn. Many of you know that you should get pretty fast Berserker Greaves in lane, because the only way you can trade effectively with Caitlyn is with those Berserker Greaves, because she needs that attack speed boost.
Yeah,
now, when they nerfed her attack speed, and they changed it so she can't get those headshots off the turret anymore, it really affects her ability to trade in lane. Now, you may say, oh, well, Captain Jack is terrible at trading in lane anyway, and you would be right. So maybe they don't think that this is as much of a problem.
That's also true, man. I mean, some people will be like, well, you've got Peacemaker, you can poke with that. It's like, no, man, you're going to run out of mana really fast if all you do is poke with that.
Absolutely. So we'll have to see how this goes after the Caitlyn nerfs.
Yep. And we may see Mad Life get his Thresh after all. And Hermes on Twitch, he does like the rat. And there it is. They will pick it up. So Mad Life gets his Thresh in game number 1. Maybe something that Blaze is going to be regretting a little bit later. And we might have a possible Lee Sin for Helios. I'm just going to ignore that Vivian LeBlanc.
Well, this lane, Thresh, Twitch, is extremely aggressive, and they're either they're hedging their bets. They can either just straight up kill Captain Jack and Lustboy in lane with this very aggressive combo that we've seen a lot from SK Telecom Terminator, Raven and Starlast. This is the Raven and Starlast special right here.
Yep.
And so they will also be able to put a lot of pressure on Flame up in the top lane with this duo. So going aggressive this time around and picking up that Kennen to farm safely and be able to trade effectively in lane early.
Yeah.
Sona from Lustboy, he's either really on or really off with his Sona games.
Yeah, inconsistency is definitely the name of the game for Lustboy this season. And Janna, no way. All right, well, it's going to be Caitlyn Janna. What do you think?
I think that they are probably going to go mid lane with that duo.
Yeah. Now the question is, who's CJ going to send out in mid lane? Or I can't say CJ today, can I? I have to say Frost today. Who's Frost going to send out in mid lane? Anivia.
Rapid Star.
Not a bad choice at all, really.
Rapid Star's a very good Anivia player, but I don't think we're going to see that tonight.
Well, Orianna definitely has the ability to farm safely. She's got that long-range ability to CS, so.
Yeah, I think they saw the Caitlyn and Janna combo and immediately went for a long range.
Yeah.
Mid champion, there we go. The Sejuani that we thought would be coming in tonight. This does not surprise me at all.
No, not at all. Definitely Cloud Templar's style of jungler.
And Sejuani is extremely good right now.
Yeah. Everyone says always be Janna, right? Or they used to. Now it's always be Sejuani. Huge cheer from the crowd. We get to see one of our brand new champs. Well, new remade champs anyway. Right away today. Be good. And
they're trolling a little bit, showing off, but they are going to pick Ahri. So maybe we won't see that 2v1 in the mid lane because Ahri may have some trouble.
This has already gotten a little bit crazy, guys.
So here we go. Very interesting picks. We haven't seen Ambition's Ahri in quite some time. They've got a lot of disengage so far, and they have a lot of ability to deal single target damage in siege turrets right now. So Blaze going with a little bit of a pick comp. They'll be able to isolate those targets very nicely and burst them down quickly with Caitlyn and with Elise.
Yeah.
So on the other hand, Frost really opting for the big wombo combo comp this time around. And here we go in top lane. We'll be seeing Flames Elise going up against Shy's Kennen.
That's right. A battle of the top lane. Flame versus Shy. This is going to be so good, man. In the jungle, Helios on Lee Sin versus Cloud Templar on Sejuani. She's back. But they still haven't fixed her helmet. It's still missing a horn. But that's okay, because it's kind of a style thing. It's kind of Skyrim thing going on there. Ambition on Ahri versus Rapid Star on Orianna. Cool. No, are those actually whiskers coming out of Ahri's face, or is that like anime face paint? I can never tell. Captain Jack on Caitlyn versus Hermes on Twitch.
Maybe they're face tattoos. Ahri's the kind of girl you don't want to bring home to mom.
Maybe a little bit. She's like, meow. Lustboy on Janna versus Madlife playing Thresh. It's going to be so good, man. I'm playing a lot of ARAM, so I'm a Janna fan right now. This is it. Game 1, Frost versus Blaze. It's time. The wait is over. Let's get in the game. All right. Here we go, guys. It's time to set one. CJ Frost versus CJ Blaze. An OGN Champions tradition here in the semifinals, and we will find out today who goes on to face MVP Ozone in the grand finals.
And here we go, a little bit of an invade from Frost this time around. It worked really well against North America at All-Stars. Madlife's Thresh with a big play against Dyrus, but they're not going to be going too deep this time around. Throwing down some wards and backing off.
The wards being thrown down early on. And I mean, the great thing about seeing these team kill situations is that both of these teams know each other well. The mind games that come into these matches are just so great.
Well, they have very different compositions, too. Blaze really wants to be able to isolate targets and burst them down one by one quickly. On the other hand, Frost, they're going for that big, big wombo combo with a ton of AoE CC from Sejuani and Kennen, followed up with the shockwave from Orianna and the big time spray and pray over the top from Hermes.
Well, just thinking about how Madlife is going to be lining up boxes to set up that wombo combo is just terrifying to think about.
Yeah, if Blaze does get in a 5v5 situation, a lot of this is going to actually probably hinge on Lustboy's ability to flash Monsoon, because they have to split up the fight and isolate a target, push someone forward to get hit and taken down by the rest of the team very quickly. Because if that doesn't happen, so hopefully if you're a Blaze fan, you want them to not even get in that situation in the first place, because praying for that great flash Monsoon is not an optimal situation.
Not to mention, Janna generally doesn't live very long after that flash Monsoon as well, so... Can protect. Barely dodges that charm there.
Rapid Star missing a lot of CS right now, actually.
Yeah. A little bit worried about all this damage coming in from Ambition. That true damage coming back really hurts on Ahri.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to see what Ambition does in terms of roaming. Because they've got a very powerful team once they hit 6. Lee Sin, Ahri, ace in the hole from Caitlyn. They're going to be able to make a lot of good plays. Flame already getting chased out of lane.
Yeah. Oh, Rapid Star is going all in to Ignite. Does not end up working. Ambition not able to get the kill there, but he does get Rapid Star very low. This isn't going to help Rapid Star in the CS department, Denny.
No, it's not. He's really being bullied right now. He has to be very careful of that charm. We've been watching it quite a bit. We only see 2 and 1 CS for our top laner right now, as our observer is noting. It's going to be difficult for either of the top laners to survive these lanes because of how aggressive the poke is from Jana Caitlyn with that Eye of the Storm, and then also just the ridiculousness of that Hermes Twitch lane with Thresh as well, being big-time bullies.
Yeah. And here's that top lane we were talking about. Cloud Templar coming in right now. He could. Nope, doesn't quite get in position for the knockup. Wants to try to charge in, but not quite finding the angle, too.
And Cloud Templar really has just been spending a lot of time in lanes these days, while Madlife and Hermes almost have that turret down already. We're not so even fast, 4 minutes yet.
Oh, Helios comes in. Doesn't quite get anybody, though.
So Shy doing a better job of holding.
Yeah.
At this point in time, that turret has 166 HP yet, and now Helios finally coming down to protect it in lane. They are going to have to back off a little bit.
It's like one of those turrets from Magma Chamber, man. It goes down so fast.
It is. Apparently. They secretly replaced it.
Yeah, we've secretly replaced the bot lane turret with the turret from Magma Chamber. Let's watch.
But it's only for Blaze.
That's right.
Which makes sense. Which makes sense.
So unfair, man. I'm going to make a Reddit post about that and get very angry. And then I won't tell people to upvote it because that's
too true.
All right, Shy trying to hold off this aggression as best he can, but that turret's starting to take a lot of damage as well.
Yeah, Cloud Templar's had a lot more freedom this game. A lot of Cloud Templar's jungling as of late has been, especially when he plays Rammus, has just been him sitting in that lane, absorbing XP, and making sure that tower doesn't go down.
Yeah.
Which is a fine strategy, but it doesn't allow him to gank much. Not that he's specifically known for ganking heavily in the first place, but he is going to have to see what he can do right here. He's coming up the river. He needs to make a play on this turret to make sure it stays up.
Yeah, now what do you think about Janna's ability to kind of counter-engage Sejuani with that whirlwind coming out? It's going to be pretty tough for Cloud Templar to get in there, I think.
Yeah, it will be. I mean, he's not going to make a play right here. He just needs to make sure that he adds enough pressure to keep it up. He backs off immediately, comes around the side. You see he's playing very cautiously, doesn't want to get caught out, even though he knows that Helios is in that bottom lane right now.
Yeah, really good positional stuff. Oh, he does get knocked. Well, Captain Jack manages to net out of that one, but...
Yeah, he's really just trying to keep them away from the turret right now.
Yeah. Helios and Flame waiting for a possibility here. They may not know that Helios is there.
They know.
Oh,
they can see with the vision ward at the back.
That's right. They have a vision ward in the other one. All right. Well, there's a lantern as well. See, I don't know why people just don't like grab Thresh's lantern and run away with it. You know, it's like, well, thanks, man, and they just like take it.
Well, in Korea, as you know, no one would do that because no one steals anything
here. People don't steal things here, which is great. But I feel like if I was Lee Sin, I would just like take it and like football punt it over the edge of the map and be like, now what are you going to do, Thresh?
Yeah, but then Thresh would put you in that Charlie Brown situation where he would just he would rip the lantern away at the last second.
That's true. Then one of them would look down very sadly and walk away from the Charlie Brown music.
Ambition going in!
Oh, Ambition making caught by Sejuani here. There's the distortion. Speeding up Cloud Templar going in Ambition. Can Ambition get him? He got him with the charm, actually. And that helped out a lot. If he hadn't been able to land that charm, Cloud Templar may have been able to finish him off.
That was actually an extremely good play by Cloud Templar and Rapid Star. Great communication because they knew Ambition was about to hit 6, and so Cloud Templar was waiting for him to try and go all in to counter gank. Yeah. Really smart mind games you can see already developing between these two teams.
Well, I mean, and I think that really shows off the strengths from Cloud Templar too, because he's not, you know, the greatest mechanical jungler. He's not a huge aggressive ganker, but he's very smart with his teammates about setting those situations up. And the first turret ends up going to CJ Blaze.
Well, Helios has been down there for so long. Now, Frost made a decision here. They made a decision where Cloud Templar was going to go to mid lane. He was going to keep Rapid Star alive, upright with that counter gank, maybe get a kill on their own, but they were going to have to sacrifice the turret because Helios has been the one laning extensively with his top lane. So we'll have to see if this pays off or if this rotation will just result in further down towers for Frost, because that's not a decision you take very lightly. Losing that first turret is so important to how the game turns out and how much mobility you get on the map. Madlife already throwing a vision ward over at Dragon. They know this is an opportunity for Blaze.
Yeah, I would say so. Cloud Templar coming down into this mid lane here, going to try to continue to keep this turret safe as much as he can. You think if Sejuani swings that fast enough, she could like take off like a helicopter?
There's nothing I've ever wanted to see more than a helicopter pig, Noah.
It would be great if you just had like a hover mode with Sejuani where she just swings it really fast so you could like hover over barriers and things. Well, another great skin idea from Doan Monster.
We aim to please.
Helicopter Sejuani.
Well,
get a 2v2 now.
Yeah, we have virtually even CS here from the top laners. A lot of times against other teams, we've seen Flame really pull ahead in terms of CS, but not this game.
No,
Shy doing a very good job of keeping up, and everything pretty even across the board, except for Ambition trading very effectively with Rapid Star early, so he's managed to bully him just a little bit.
Hermes finally going back. He knew he didn't want to stay in that lane for very long with Captain Jack and his BF sword.
This may actually be... There we go. The Vision Ward goes down. Blaze has a lot of vision control, and they are going to do this dragon. Now, they know that Hermes just traded very poorly and had to go back. So, will Frost try and make a play on this? It would be very unwise.
Nice trap from Captain Jack as well. Really doing a good job of zoning out Cloud Templar, and an easy dragon for CJ Blaze. And they've got that 2K gold lead. They've got the objectives. Still no first blood in this game, by the way. Oh, but there might be now. Rapid Star in trouble, dropping that distance. Flame coming over the wall as well. Helios to help clean up. He gets that kill. Cloud Templar not there quite fast enough. As soon as I say it. See, I just want things to start happening. So I'm like, still no first blood yet, guys.
Yeah, I think Frost is going to really... I think they made a very poor decision in not sending Sejuani up to that top lane. And now we're seeing this massive snowball that's starting to form from all of their actions.
Yep, a blazing snowball.
A blazing snowball.
That's right, a flaming snowball. That doesn't make any sense at all. But it's metaphorical, so it's okay. Don't worry about it. All right, so Frost kind of needs some regroup now. I mean, Hermes and Mad Life have not had time to make those types of plays that Mad Life likes to make. They're going to get this turret finally, so the turrets are going to be evened up, but the Dragon Gold, everything else helping out a lot, but we'll have to see if Frost can kind of survive long enough, because now, I mean, unless I'm wrong, it's really about trying to farm up as best you can and just survive with the most turrets up to get to that late game when you can start winning those big team fights.
That's right. So Blaze's objective from here on forward has to be to continue to push down turrets, have exceptional dragon control, and then they need to get some forward wards so they can use the ability of their team to pick people off very effectively. Now, if you're Frost, what you need to do is you have to try and force 5v5 engagements, because it doesn't really matter that they're a little bit behind in gold right now, because one good series of ultimates.
Oh, Rapid Star! Rapid Star in trouble again. Helios picking up that second kill. Rapid Star getting a little bit over bold in that mid lane.
And the other thing here that's happening to Blaze's, not to Blaze's favor, is that Helios has picked up both of the kills so far, which is really not helpful. And it would have been much better for Ambition to have gotten both of those, because a fed Ahri is absolutely ridiculous.
Pretty terrifying. Here comes Cloud Templar right now. He's going to come in as fast as he can. Nice charge. There's the ultimate. Can they make anything out of this, though? I don't think so. Not really even pushing them off of the turret too much. So Cloud Templar without his ultimate right now. And it just seems like Frost just hasn't found themselves yet in that situation where they can have that team fight.
Yeah, and even if they do, the Janna pick really excellent against Kennen. It'll do a really good job of keeping Slicing Maelstrom out of the majority of the team.
Yep. Oh, this mid turret's going to go down pretty quick, man. There's no help. He got the charm by Cloud Templar. Oh, Cloud Templar escapes, but Rapid Star has to use that dissonance and try to get away. He's going to make it. But Cloud Templar and Sejuani, man, he just has not been able to really make an impact this game.
Yeah, I mean,
you gotta know that Blaze is prepared for this, though. You know.
Oh, absolutely. We know about. Cloud Templar's love of
If we know about it, then everybody knows about it. Yeah. His players won't tell anybody who they're playing unless it's already like common knowledge in Korea. Yeah. Like occasionally, like Maknoon will like whisper to us who he's liking to play, but he's like,
oh, there's the flash cocoon straight into the resonating strike.
What a play, man. Shy trying to slicing Maelstrom to get out, but no dice. Flame gets that kill.
And I have to say, Helios is really setting up these kills beautifully. Yeah. This is why he's been playing so much Lee Sin lately.
Yeah, oh, Ambition coming in on Rapid Star again. Getting him very low. Oh, he gets the charm! I don't think he was expecting to get that. He had already turned away. He has to run from Sejuani, though. Meanwhile, the bot lane turret is going down. Dissonance helps him catch up. Ambition tossed behind. Ambition a little bit of trouble here. The Ignite goes down on him. Can Rapidstar help finish up? Helios comes in. He kicks away Cloud Templar. Oh, they turn it around. There's the box. Can they get Rapidstar? Not quite. Helios in trouble. Runs into the box wall. And that's kill number 1. Madlife picking that one up.
And here we go. Captain Jack coming around the side. He wants to get an angle for that ace in the hole. He's not going to find it this time around, though.
Oh, the whirlwind. Oh, wow.
Zephyr.
Super lantern, man.
Yeah, and so Flame still up in that mid lane farming away, and Ambition is really starting to run away with this game. Helios overplayed that a little bit, just barely not able to pick up the kill and dying instead. But the fact of the matter is that the turrets are still going to Blaze while they distract Frost and other parts of the map. The outer ring is down. The dragon control is effectively theirs.
Yeah, they're going to be able to start to put all those forward wards down like you were talking about earlier and really just kind of control the objectives even harder here against Hermes.
It's also really hard to anticipate the team comp that Blaze is running right now because they have so many ways to get over walls. They've got Repel, they have Safeguard, they have Spirit Rush, they have Ace in the Hole with Caitlyn. They have 90 caliber net with Caitlyn, so they can really show up anywhere at any time, which is rather terrifying.
Even Janet can send Zephyr over the wall as well.
Yeah.
So got to be careful.
This is a very surprising team and a good team for any kind of picks that they want to make.
And this is great, man. I mean, these teams have had a little while to prepare for this, and although a couple members from each team were away at All-Stars last week, you know, they've still had more time than you would normally have to get ready for a match in Champions. So we are going to see some stuff that we may not have seen a lot of before.
Absolutely. Well, tagging Cloud Templar right there. Captain Jack getting his farm on, and let's see, Frost may want to go for this dragon now. Will Blaze let them have it? They don't want to engage in a 5v5, remember.
That's the thing, is that they can't really fight Frost head on, so they may have to give this one up. We'll see. They're going to come in.
They can split them, though. If they can get good skirmishes, they can win, but they really have to split them nicely.
Dragon, there's a nice effort. Lustboy getting jumped on. There's a Monsoon. They do push Madlife back and everybody. Oh, Shy's not doing anything with the slicing Maelstrom. Can Blaze clean this one up? Hermes coming in, and here comes Helios in the middle of everything. Cloud Templar very low. Helios goes down, though. Hermes goes down. It's going to be a fight in favor of Blaze, but just barely. Ace in the hole helps finish off Cloud Templar. A kill for Flame. And a 2 for 4 in favor of Blaze. It was that Flash Monsoon, just like you said, split up that team so well. Shy's slicing Maelstrom did nothing that fight.
Yeah, absolutely. And the fact that Ambition came in from the flank, too, to disrupt the back line, it forced a fight into those little skirmishes, which is exactly what the composition from Blaze wants. They've got great duelists here, and so they need to avoid that wombo combo. They need to stay split, so that even if they screw up some of their ultimates or some of their movement positioning abilities like Monsoon, they still don't get hit by the spray and pray. They still won't get hit by the shockwave. They still won't get hit by the glacial prison.
Now, to compare these teams to dinosaurs, CJ Frost is like, well, let's take a look at the replay first, and then I'll go on about my point.
All right, so there's the dragon. Look, Madlife comes in and manages to pick that one up, but Lustboy here gets off the knockback. So that's the really critical part. And also we see Shy uses a slicing Maelstrom too early to deal with Ambition. It just doesn't work. Ambition backs away with Spirit Rush. Helios had just a great play to come through again, and just watch the way they split absolutely everyone up to focus them down one by one.
They're coming in at this mid lane turret now. CJ Frost like a giant Tyrannosaurus, but Blaze is like a pack of Velociraptors, man.
So true.
It's true. Tyrannosaurus has one single crushing bite, but the Velociraptors will come at you from all sides.
And they'll jump over the walls.
That's right. You want an explanation of how this comp works? Just watch the start of Jurassic Park.
Perfect. I love it.
Oh. Madlife jumping in mid lane with that death sentence.
So we always knew that Blaze was really good at these multi-pronged engagements. And one of the things that Blaze excels at is these breaking a team apart and flanking. Blaze is one of the best teams at flanking you and beating you in skirmishes. We saw this when they ran that triple assassin comp.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
With Lee Sin and Zed, where they would just pop over walls and then 100-0 people. And we're seeing it again right here. They've used a similar style of composition to beat Wombo combo comps in the past. And they're just crushing Frost right now. They've got a very substantial lead for 17 minutes into this game.
And it's extremely disorienting to play against a comp like that as well, too, because you're trying to set up this, singular combo that's going to win you the team fight, but where everyone is kind of like spread out constantly, they're all doing very different things. It does get a bit overwhelming sometimes when you're trying to work as a unit.
Yeah, and we really see the item deficit starting to show as well from the Global Gold. You can see Hermes right now, he's down on farm, he's down on kills, and he's down on dragons and turrets. Yeah. And that's resulting in an incomplete Infinity Edge at this point in time. So Captain Jack's damage is going to be significantly higher.
Oh, they're going to try to catch Shy and Cloud Templar. Can they do it, though? Looks like they're going to get out just in time, but that was a bit close.
Yeah, they're trying to create these picks right now. It's very smart. They've kept the global pressure up. They're manipulating the creep waves nicely. The bottom wave should start trying to push into that turret. And there's one thing that Blaze does really well, which is manipulate creep waves and then pressure at the exact right time. So in about a minute, we should see this wave start pushing into the bot turret, and then they'll have probably a pretty good chance to put some pressure up in that top lane.
Yep. Ward over the wall. They're not able to quite take it out. Are we going to see a fight here over this blue buff? It does get stolen by CJ Blaze. Charm over the wall doesn't work for Ambition. Oh, they do catch Flame, though, with the Death Sentence. Not going to capitalize on that one, though. Yeah, if they would have caught an Ambition, they might have gone in on that, but Flame, you don't want to catch a spider. They're gross.
Yeah, it looks like that bot wave is actually pushing in Frost's favor, so they do have that advantage right now. It can be hard to tell unless we actually look at the wave and see who has cannon minions and all of that, but they do have that mid lane push right now, and they're just going to back off. They're not going to be playing it risky at the moment, but we will see at some point in this series, guys, Blaze use that wave manipulation to their advantage. So they do it nearly every game.
Do you feel like with Blaze's comp right now, do you feel like there's sort of a window they need to win in, or is this comp going to be still strong in the late game? Because I feel like with some of these champions, like Lee Sin especially, there's going to be a point where Frost is just going to win team fights.
No, but if they can keep getting picks, it won't really matter.
And do you think they can do that all through the late game?
Yeah, they should be able to. We'll see. Like I said, if they can continue. Oh! Bad Life with the flash death sentence doesn't hit it. I'm not sure if it would have really worked anyway. We do see Helios has that Sightstone, so he could have just W'd away unless you got hit by a lot of CC, and they would have had to burn some ults to do that.
You don't see Mad Life miss a lot of those, honestly.
I think Frost is getting quite desperate to make moves like that.
Yeah. Well, if anybody can make moves like that to get them back in the game, it's certainly going to be Mad Life.
Oh yes, he's done it before, and he can do it again.
Even the best misses one every once in a while.
Oh, Helios used his smite right there, but he still didn't get the red.
Yeah.
It went over to Hermes.
What I really love, the little things you can do with Thresh, like starting your death sentence and then flashing before it finishes.
So good.
I love the little tricks you can do with that. That's actually one of my favorite things about this game is like weird ways you can sort of combo abilities like that.
Absolutely.
It's good to let that be. So, Cloud Templar going to push up this bot lane a little bit. It was starting to push towards Blaze's favor, but not anymore.
Yeah, with Flame in that bot lane. Just providing that little bit of pressure. Flame is an excellent split pusher. We first found this out in the playoffs last year, or last season rather, where Flame started playing some great split pushing Nidalee. Now we don't see that as much anymore with the nerfs to Bruiser Nidalee, but they really are good at split pushing. Blaze very quietly became one of the best split pushing teams in Korea.
And another dragon being taken by Blaze here. Will they be able to get it though? 4 members though. They don't see the dragon. Do they know it's pulled out of the pit, or do they think it's gone? They're going to go in anyway. Yeah, they have to disengage. They don't have Ambition there. Ambition a little bit trapped in that mid lane. They're going to go in though. Flame gets caught. Can they make a pull out of this? Shy coming in with a good slicing mouse from Ambition on the outside. Untouched though. Rapid Star on the back doing all that damage. Hermes kind of getting a bit trapped in the jungle now, flashing by Helios. He's going to try to go in a kill for Captain Jack already, and Captain Jack is just chasing them down. 90 caliber net, and oh, they catch Mad Life with the charm. Well done there. Just not good positioning at the start of that fight for CJ. Well, or for Frost, rather.
I mean, Frost, oh, wow.
Oh, man. Cloud Templar manages to block the ace in the hole, but he pays for it himself. They do get Helios, though.
It doesn't really matter if Helios dies because they just need Caitlyn to get these turrets down.
Exactly.
So, right there, we did see a somewhat ideal engagement for Frost because they did have that kind of one-directional assault from Blaze. However, they're just too far behind. Frankly, Captain Jack he is dealing too much damage right now for them to actually probably win team fights.
It kind of seemed too like again, like the second time in a row, Shy just got a little bit separated. And it wasn't because of Monsoon, he just kind of lightning rushed and got a little bit separated from the team, so they weren't quite able to combo on top of it like they wanted to.
You got to hand it to Blaze, too, for coming out so strong in game 1.
Yeah, let's check out a replay of that.
Yeah, let's take a look. So, you know, Shy did get caught here, but he gets caught in the front, which is kind of where he wants to be anyway. But he doesn't get the best slicing maelstrom off. He did get zoned out a little bit right there. And looks like they just over-pursued Flame.
Yeah.
Actually, see, this opened them up to Ambition and Captain Jack right along the side. They were just running through autos and orbs of deception right there.
Yep.
So they just pretty much overcommitted to Flame instead of turning and fighting the carries.
Yeah.
That's not a mistake that we see Frost make often.
No, not really. But I mean, that's the thing is that you're gonna see it's kind of weird when you see teams that are both at this level. You're gonna see them make mistakes that they never make too, because only a team this good can make a team that good make a mistake like that.
Yeah,
is how it's kind of confusing, but that's really what it adds up to.
Absolutely, and now we see the DFG coming out of Ambition as well. So their burst is just ridiculous right now. Mad Light gonna grab Lust Boy.
Getting caught. That's right. Can they take him out though? Charm coming over the wall from Ambition says no. Close call. And I mean, Mad Life, with all the danger of people coming over the wall on CJ Blaze's side, he has a really hard time making those death sentence plays that he always does. You know, he's known for death sentencing people over the wall and getting them killed, but you can't do that when the whole other team can come over the wall at you. Right,
and especially with Janna too, they can immediately disengage.
Yeah,
exactly. It's a little more risky. I really like this support pick. We should be seeing a lot more Janna in general these days. She's starting to creep back in. We saw her at All-Stars. We saw X Special doing a great job playing Janna in those games.
Definitely true. And I do feel like she is kind of a good anti-Thresh, you know, and Thresh has been so dominant lately. Mad Life coming in, misses that death sentence on Captain Jack by quite a bit. Cloud Templar coming in, he does catch Captain Jack in the box. Captain Jack nets out, gets exhausted. Sejuani ultimate over the wall. Cloud Templar coming in, they get the kill on Captain Jack. Can they continue though? Meanwhile, Flame pushing that bot lane. They may lose this turret and the inhibitor. Helios coming in again just to keep them distracted. They want to give Flame time to work on that inhibitor.
And Helios coming in to see who he can stop from recalling, but it won't be quite enough. Hermes manages to get out Flame. He can probably duel Hermes right now, though.
I think he can take the inhibitor as well.
He actually
the
dodging.
Will do it for him, man.
Let's see if he can get it. He does get the inhibitor. Will he get out?
Yeah,
there
nice
we go.
Cocoon
Very
on Shy.
nice.
Oh, so good, man. Preventing any chance of that lightning rush catching him. Really, really good play.
So Captain Jack is down. We'll have to see if Frost makes any kind of play right now. And honestly, Doa, I'm just going to go back. This is one of those games where you can really clearly see the snowball forming. It was all about that first turret. It opened up the map for Blaze. They were able to get Dragon. They were able to get other turrets over it. Then they were able to get those items to the degree that we now have a 10K gold lead. And even though Frost's comp is built for these 5v5s, they're built for the Wombo combo, even then, this Blaze team built for picks, built for skirmishes and breaking apart the enemy, is still beating them head-on in team fights, which is not something that should be happening.
Yeah. I mean, they're doing a good job of picking them apart, even in a team fight, though. I mean, they have so much champion movement, you know? And so much stun. Like, I mean, they can move someone with Charm. They can move someone with the Lee Sin ult. They can move someone with Janna in 2 different ways. So they have such a good way to break up that Wombo combo team formation that, they kind of, at this point, now that they have this huge item lead, they can fight that out.
And they've just built for dueling as well. You can see right now, look how much magic penetration Flame has, picking up that Void Staff after the Rylaius. So he can pretty much out-duel any other champion in the game. That you can see he's going to be getting that Negatron Cloak as well, in addition to his allies' Abyssal Scepter. And so they've got a lot against, look at CJ's lineup. They knew Hermes was weaker. I mean, he's well behind Captain Jack in terms of farm and kills and gold at this point. So they itemized against the 3 members that will really do a lot of AoE magic damage from their top jungle and mid.
Yeah.
Now, they don't have the Aegis, which I know a lot of you guys are probably wondering about, but they don't want to necessarily fight that way, and the Locket, even if they do, will block a lot of that damage.
Oh, they flash on Rapid Star. Ambition coming in and going right back out again. Cloud Templar getting a bit caught there. He uses ultimate. Oh, they catch him with the Cocoon.
Yeah, that's not a short cooldown either.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that takes out a lot of team fighting potential. Shy and Rapid Star still, of course, do have their ultimates, but that's not going to save this turret. Everybody has to go back, get a little bit of health.
And you'll notice Blaze really not doing a lot in terms of Baron plays. And the reason why is that they don't need to, and Frost has a team comp that will punish them if they get caught in Baron pit.
Exactly, yeah. Oh, they do catch Helios, but not too helpful. You can just W out of there, no problem, going over to Ambition. There comes the Zephyr coming in. Can they get this inhibitor? Probably. We'll see a good Shockwave. Not able to combo on it. Lustboy breaks it up. A great Monsoon. There's the box coming in late from Mad Life. Can Blaze make anything out of this? Hermes taking a big loss with that ace in the hole. They do go 1-for-1. Ambition gets that kill. Flame trying to escape out of it. Trying to get away as best he can. It lets Ambition come in from the outside. Captain Jack still alive. Still relatively untouched. Ambition in the middle. Oh, he barely doesn't live, but it's a win. Again, an ace after the double kill from Captain Jack, and that is the end of Game 1.
Incredible play in that team fight from Blaze.
Yeah.
Absolutely separating them out. Shy didn't even have a chance to use his ultimate until the end of that fight, and even then it was subpar. Just exceptional play of this composition from CJ Blaze to take a 1-0 lead. And Cloud Templar looks a little irked.